So this game is called Spill the Beans. And the fun thing about this, first of all, this is a demo. So I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it is a demo with multiple endings, I believe. So we can play around with that and see where we go. The gimmick to this game that made me want to play it is that it is our first day as a barista in this cafe, right? But we're not actually there to be a barista. We're there to steal a secret recipe that they've got locked up in the kitchen. And so we steal it, and then all of a sudden we get trapped in the cafe with a bunch of people, and we get to pick someone to frame for our crime. It's kind of like a reverse whodunit game. So I was really excited about that premise. I think that's really fun. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I love finding cute little indie games. You've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. You're shaking. Outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe. As its power pulses through your body, your heart aches, your breath flutters, mere echoes of what was taken from you, what will soon be yours again. Oh, okay, so we're stealing it back. That's interesting. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in this cafe, the ones you're about to drag into a complicated criminal mess. You can only blame the scroll's influence for such inconvenient sympathies. If they were in your position, they'd do the same, wouldn't they? They'd know that, after everything you'd been through, this was the only option left. People say that Artifice, I think? Artifice County is the most magical place there is. Yes, Artifice, where 100 years ago, the world of spirits cracked the earth and spilled over into ours. But now, those spirits work 9 to 5s. Arcane power fuels cars and charges phones. This county, once the cradle of magic, has become as mundane as any other. And an unmagical human like yourself, among shape-shifting sirens, carbon fire constructs, and wizards, you're exceptional. Exceptionally dull and exceptionally underestimated. I like this guy in the back. I don't know why, the art style reminds me of something else. I don't know who. No matter how much you try to fit in, to love this place and all its wonders, it's never reciprocated. All it did was take. All it left you with was emptiness. So why not take something back? Steal everything the county denied from you, feel that gnawing emptiness and leave it behind forever. Luckily, you know what you need, and exactly where to find it. The Familiar, a downtown cafe noteworthy for its secret recipe locked tight in a back room, and conveniently enough, they're hiring. So desperately that they aren't asking for experience or background checks. I've worked at cafes. Never in my life have I ever had to do a background check for a cafe job. Maybe it's different because they're all like magical creatures, but you know. All that's left is to put together an application. Not that anything you say really matters. It rarely does. Ooh, I get to make myself. Okay. I am a self-motivated artisan. Okay, I like that. Who loves a job well done, coffee, doing the work, social interaction, money. I love money. Alright, soft skills. What should I do? Novice compromiser? No. I'm a great communicator. Words... Truer words have never been spoken, chat. I am a great communicator. I am excellent organizer. Ooh! I am a grandmaster problem solver. I've played Professor Layton before. I'm good at this. Ooh, that's kind of what my hair looks like right now, so let's do that. I'm around, like, here. When I was a kid, I used to be, like, here. My partner used to think I was joking when I told him, like, you know, I was dark. And then he actually saw photos of me as a kid and he goes, wow, you were a dark kid. And I'm like, yeah, I was. And then as I grew up, I ended up, like, around here. Let's go with this one. And we'll click other. Ooh, custom pronouns. Yo. Alright, hang on. Who the fuck made me bold? Oh, hi, Jake. Can I just click all? Wait, hang on. Can I click all? Hell yeah. Alright, what's my forename, chat? First name Mike, last name Hawk? No. Let's go with Bingus. I like Bingus. Hey, yo! Jake with the prime. Bingus Bong... How do I say that? Bongi? Bongu? I like that. We're Bingus Bongu. Done. Alright, finally, we're into the actual game now. A few days later, you're face to face with the familiar. While its neighbors are all dust and drywall, its facade seems unbroken, even if the varnish is peeling at the edges. I saved a screenshot. I don't know how that happened. For a moment, nothing. Then you spot the silhouette in the window, who flicks its neon sign to open before waving you over. You cross the street, repeating the details of your plan. You need to get in, get out, and, for the smoothest possible getaway, try to find someone else to take the blame. But can you really do all those things without running into any complications? Well, chat. As my resume says, I am the Grandmaster Puzzle Solver. You've already reached the front door. You can hardly turn back now. Oh, this is cute! The cafe laid bare before you is almost indistinguishable from the scant images you found online. Ooh, who are you? You could be here? Oh, I'm imagining that's like a Kickstarter thing. Mismatched chairs and royalty-free wall art. Well kept, but worn down. You don't get long to take it all in. A construct towering over 2 meters tall stops wiping down the counter and turns to greet you. Oh, I like him. He's cute. Ah, you must be Bingus. Yeah, that's me. Great to finally meet you. Sorry, terribly rude of me to not meet you at the door. As she strides over... Oh, it's a she! Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I like her. As she strides over, you realize how old her vessel must be to have no limbs or decals. Just worn grey stone, flowery moss, and that tiny blue bird nestled on her shoulder. I'm Sloan. I think that's how you say it. Sloan? From the emails. Lovely to have you on board. Did you get here alright? I saw your address was uptown, and I know you're a bit out of the way. Before you get the chance to reply, she's already yanked you into a crushing...
If you are the Grandmaster Solver, then I'm the head of the Australian branch of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Legalize nuclear bombs.
First of all, that's very rude. Second of all, do not legalize nuclear bombs. And third of all, I am the Grandmaster Puzzle Solver. Have you seen all of the Professor Layton games that I have gold platinumed? Gold platinumed? That's not a thing in Professor Layton, but I've completed all of those games. Okay, I'm lying. I've completed 4 of the 6, but it's close enough. For a moment, you worry that she might have pulled your arm from its socket. Actually, I shouldn't get chatting just yet. Today's schedule is pretty packed with... Oh, wait. You are a liar! Close enough. It is close enough. Schedule's pretty packed. What, with your induction, and I barely found time to fix the breakfast for Adam... Oh, hang on. This is Adam. Adam, say hello to Bingus. She's your new coworker, so be polite. I clicked he, she, and they, so I'm curious if it's gonna shuffle all of the pronouns or if it's just gonna stick to she. Hey, yo! Hey, yo, what? Chat. Chat. I know she's a beautiful specimen, but come on. That's a bit much, don't you think? Adam's usually my only company out front, so it'll be nice to have you too.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Ha ha ha, very funny, chat. I love this job, I really do, but after 6 years of working the floor by myself, starting at 5 every day... Not that you have to come in that early, of course. We're only meant to start at 8, but it pays off. It does. Is somebody looking to rock her world? Shut up. You guys are awful. As Sloan trails off, you have a chance to put your plan in motion. You spent a long time figuring out other people's so-called feelings, and just how easy they are to manipulate. If someone's in a good mood, they'll probably think better of you and suspect you less. Then again, if you make someone upset, they might make for an easier scapegoat under pressure. But what's best for Sloan? Better make that first impression count. Bingus? Oh, I've worried you with that 5 a.m. thing, haven't I? Just don't, bleh. Just want to stress that you don't have to do that. Okay. Sorry. I was eating a chip. Yo! So many sounds going off in my chat. I missed you guys too. Nothing better than tectonic pressure. Swift, no. Alright. Do we want to befriend Sloane or do we want to hurt her feelings? Depends. Are you paid for those extra hours? Those extra hours must be worth it. The place is spotless. Do we want her as an ally or do we want her as a scapegoat? I think for now, let's butter her up. We might have time to do a second
It's not enough.
run.
Someone get me my ecstasy and Viagra. We're going to My Heart Goes Out.
Jesus Christ, Rosha. I would say what would your wife think, but the thing is, your wife would fully be on board. Alright, we're gonna befriend her. Just for now. I think it's too early to decide whether or not she's gonna be a scapegoat. Aw, that's sweet of you. I try to bring the best out of the old familiar. Good to know other people actually notice. That Swift no, like my own mother. My streams are basically just me babysitting a bunch of people. The lights flicker overhead before Sloane can finish her sentence. Oh, sorry, I thought that was fixed. I should call the electromancer once I get a free moment. Anyway, packed schedule. I've got pastries in the oven, then a delivery after. Come on, let's get you in uniform. If we're quick, I can show you how our recipe works before the customers arrive. Sloane strides through the doorway behind the counter, beckoning you into the kitchen beyond. It takes 3 steps to match just one of hers. Oh, that's me when I go for a walk with all of my friends, or even my partner. Like 3 steps for them. Sorry, 1 step for them is 3 steps for me. The kitchen, built from cool metal and right angles, is warm with the smell of apricots. You breathe it in while Sloane roots through a nearby cabinet before suddenly sighing. I'll say this now. Sorry about the fit. She hands you an apron like her own. Exactly like her own. Exactly like her own. Actually. In that it's far too big for you. It's bound to slow you down and make you look utterly ridiculous. Your one should be here tomorrow. I hope this is alright in the meantime. Sure, if anything it's amusing. Could I skip the uniform if it's only for today? You're not stealing anything in something so unwieldy. Oh, sure. Do take a name tag at least, just so everyone knows you're actually supposed to work here. As you pin your name tag on an... Sorry, I heard the sound effect. As you pin your name tag onto your unaproned self, Sloane smiles. It's a stretched, strained smile that pulls her whole face taut. Look, I'm sure not everything you've heard about this place has been grand, but once you put in a little elbow grease, she really shines. And I've got a lot of elbow grease. It's probably not the only thing she's got a lot of, chat. I just wanted to say that you wouldn't be here if I didn't think you had the same drive. Your application told me as much. Although, in future, maybe don't say that you're a grandmaster problem solver. To some, that could come across as having notions of your abilities. Hey, you shut the fuck up, Sloane. I am a grandmaster puzzle solver. I am. I'm gonna show you all of my Professor Layton save files and you're gonna weep. You're going to absolutely weep. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry I ever doubted you, oh grandmaster problem solver. And you're gonna bow, so shut the fuck up. But at the end of the day, those are just words. Your experience was what really settled it. I mean, it must have been quite a privilege to work for. Sloane was cut short by a buzz on the phone. Ah, pastries. Why don't you pop into the office while I grab those? Fred, your manager I should say, ought to be ready. Big grey door on the right. Best of luck. You take 6 steps towards the office, a hiss of heat escaping the oven behind you. Beyond lies Fred, the owner, the one from the newspaper, the one whose recipe you're here for. You ease the door open, but no one greets you. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the colossal metal safe that occupies a quarter of the room, just a few steps away. You knew the recipe was protected, but not like this. The safe looks like it was taken from a set of a heist movie. It should be locking up gold bars instead of, what, A recipe for coffee? But as you run your hand across the surface, wondering just how gonna crack it open, there's a rustle nearby. You snap upright with a bolt of unbidden adrenaline. Oh! Is that my boss? Oh my god! Look at him! I'd do my job for him. Like a dragon emerging from its hoard, a tiny, gold-eyed tuxedo cat rouses from a pet bed on top of the safe. He blinks, stickly, then suddenly glares at you, fur on end and eyes aglow. Don't touch my shit! He spits the words at you like darts, light crackling through his panicked eyes. The air in the room starts getting heavier, as if brewing into a thundercloud. Oh, I love him, little baby. Who sent you? If you think you're going to best me in my own domain, then... Oh, wait, you're the new hire, aren't you? Quick as a power cut, the light in his eyes blinks out, and the pressure lifts with it. The cat sighs, leaping smoothly from the safe onto the desk. Sorry, that was unprofessional of me. I'm Fred. Welcome to the Familiar. Good to have you on board. I saved a screenshot for some reason. Well, given the terrifying magic and the talking, he's not a cat. He's a demon bound to the form of a beast. A familiar, in other words. Oh, very cute, very cute. I like him. I love all his little heart-shaped... Oh! That's the last time I'm pulling an all-nighter on admin. You're lucky to still be young, man. Because after the 1st century, things get... Sloane wanted you onboarded, right? We have one main rule. Do everything you can to show the economist types this place isn't a bad idea. More than fire safety drills, we need drive and spite. So that's what I expect from you. Are we clear? Let's befriend everyone until the actual drama starts. That's what I like to hear. So long as we're all on the same page, you and I will get along just fine. We aren't a happy little family here. We're just hard workers. This isn't gonna work if you aren't prepared to work, just as hard as me and Sloane. As if on cue, Sloane enters the office, a kettle of boiling water in one hand and a packet of coffee in the other. She starts mixing the two in a mug on Fred's desk. Morning, Fred. Is everything alright in here? I thought I heard a bit of shouting. Oh, no. It's all fine. I've just been giving, Fred quickly squints at your name tag. Giving Bingus. Why is he saying my name like that? Why are you putting my name in italics? What's wrong with my name? Giving Bingus the lowdown on the familiar. Our history, what we do, all the good stuff. Sloane gazes at Fred, tracing the tiredness in his eyes. Her smile dims a little. Oh, that's nice. I can join you now if you like. We can go over the finer details together. If you've got time, then by all means. He knows it's fake. Quick, cheese it. It's fine, we're fine. It's fine, we're okay. He's just throwing sus. With firm movements, Sloane puts the kettle down and closes the door behind her. Fred's eyes lock onto your name tag again as he reads it under his breath. So, Bingus. Stop saying my name like that. And now I'm bold. Look at what you've done, Fred. You did this, Fred. All because you don't think my name is real. We're open 8 to 5 most days, but your shift goes 30 minutes longer at the end of closing. Anything after that is overtime. I can give you the forms. Aprons go on the hooks in the kitchen. If anything gets spilled on it, don't be afraid to excuse yourself and replace it as soon as you can. Oh, and if you are going to excuse yourself... And on it goes. Sloane and Fred don't speak to you as two different people, but as two halves of one business. Efficient, organized, and trusting one another as best they can. That should be most of it. I'll be with you on the counter for your training, so don't hesitate to ask me any questions. She's cut off again by the phone. Oh, excuse me. Dave! Ooh, he looks cute. I wonder if she's got a crush on him. When I got rated into you, I initially thought I accidentally opened your stream twice because you have an insanely similar name to another streamer I'm watching. Does it happen to be Sylvixen? Because that would be like the second time that someone's come into my stream being like, oh my god, Sylvixen, it's you! And then like realize that it's not her. It's so unfortunate because it's like, it's not unfortunate like sad, but I think it's funny because I don't know about her. Maybe Sylv is part of her real name. I don't know her real name, but Sylv is my real name. So it's just a funny coincidence, and we're both Australian, except I think she's in Perth. And I'm in, like, New South Wales, so we're on opposite sides, but we're both Australian, so it's just really funny that we got similar names and a similar accent. Collab? Oh my god, no, I have a story to tell you. So I went to Supernova Sydney, right, which is my biggest convention of the year every year. And as I was setting up the table this year, I saw someone with one of the Twitch varsity jackets, and it had Sylvixen written on it. And I didn't think she could hear me, but I was like, I pointed to her and to my table buddy, and I was like, oh my god, I like, that's Sylvixen. And she turns around, because she heard me, with a big smile, and I got super embarrassed, and she walks over to the table, and she goes, oh my god, hi, yeah, that's me, I'm Sylvixen. And I had to explain to her, because I was freaking out, I explained to her, oh, I've actually never watched your streams before. I know you because someone from your community came into my community thinking that I was you, and now we have, like, a little bit of a mutual, like, viewer base because some of your viewers get mixed up between me and you, come into my stream, and then they like my content. And as I'm explaining this to her, her smile is fading in real time. She's realized very quickly that I actually have no idea who she is, and she goes, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm really sorry. And like, she walks off. It wasn't a bad experience. It's just so embarrassing, you know? Like, oh my god, it was awful. Oh my god. All right, I need a minute to like, I'm getting embarrassed all over again. You biffed it. Shut up. I don't know why I share these stories with you guys. It's so embarrassing. Hey, Sloan, just unloading the van out back, so there's your heads up. Thanks, Dave. I'll be right there. I should be off. I need to give my signature for the deliveries. Thanks again, Fred. Bingus, before you join her, I'm sure you've heard about our recipe. Must be dying to learn what makes the Familiar's coffee so irresistible. But it's not so much a set of instructions as it is... Well, I won't get too arcane with you. It's more of a background thing, like the internet. You use that, right? The secondhand embarrassment goes hard that actually hurt to imagine. I know! It hurt to imagine, so just picture me going through it, not just hearing about it from someone else. It was so embarrassing. Point being, even if you don't see it, it'll still be working its magic back here. In a drill-proof, bomb-proof, 6-gauge safe, which only me and Sloan can open. Also, I cursed it. Look at his face, bro. Great opportunity for Fred to act suspiciously in front of others. Oh, okay. It's protected against teleport-based attacks too, of course. Oh, Sloan offered to show me the recipe earlier. No, I don't want to throw sus on anyone just yet. We haven't met everybody yet. You can never talk with her again. I don't know if I will ever see her again, to be fair. Because again, she was in Sydney for, like, the event. But, like, she lives on the other side of Australia, if I remember correctly. Like, Adelaide or something like that. So I don't know if I even ever will see her again, but man, if I do, I'm just gonna have to pretend that I don't, because man, that was so, and the only thing that could be worse is if she, like, if we do see each other again and she recognizes me and she comes up to me, that would be worse. Remind me to keep my distance at cons from you? Oh, that's mean. That's mean. You're mean. It's probably wise to stay in Fred's good books, but at some point you'll need someone else to take the blame for your crime. Exactly. All our livelihoods depend on that recipe. Its safety is our safety, so I protect it in the way I'd protect anyone, with a 1/2 centimeter of enchanted steel. He looks back at the vertebral vault behind him, as if checking that it's still there. Can never be too careful with these things, especially in this economy. I mean, wasn't it just last week that Raphael Hendricks wrote off his beauty store chain? It's inspirational how these CEOs act. Imagine you accidentally started a rival. Chat. Sylvixen is a Twitch partner. I'm gonna click out of the game for a second, just to show you guys. This is a Twitch partner we're talking about. Twitch partner ain't gonna start no rivalry with me, okay? She's a Twitch partner with 13k followers, alright? She's not starting beef with me. I'm not starting beef with her. We're just minding our own business, okay? Expanding isn't easy. I mean, ideally, we'd have an accountant, a consultant, another chef, but we've got you, and you're one hell of a good start. Especially with our regulars. Ugh, you'll meet them soon enough. You should catch up with Sloan. Anything you need, I'll be back here going over these papers. As you leave the office, Fred pours a single sheet of paper on the files on his desk. Even upside down, you recognize that it's your CV. Not a moment after you enter the kitchen, someone waves at you from the back door. In the doorway, next to Sloan, is a uniformed courier. A man, just as unremarkable as you. Oh, okay. A precarious stack of cardboard boxes wobbles threateningly behind him. Say, you're Bingus, aren't ya? Sloan was just telling me about you. All good things, I promise. Mostly good. Dave gives Sloan a package and gives you a conspiratorial eyebrow waggle. He pauses to take a long breath inward through his nose. Ooh, is that apricot? So you did go for the new recipe. Fred must have taken some convincing. Oh, I'm just trying it out. We'll see how they sell first. Hey, if I come by once I'm off work, that's one customer right there. Guaranteed. Sloan breaks away to put each package right in its place. Dave looks at you, eyes glistening. Hey, Bingus. Have a good first day, yeah? Oh, he's gonna be around. Well, let's be nice to everyone for now, because we don't even know what's, like, all of our opportunities are gonna be. He might not be here for it, but if all goes well, today's gonna be good. That's the spirit. Any more for me, Dave? Just a couple bigger things, but I'll grab those this time. Don't let me interrupt your induction. I can't read anymore. Are you sure? I could carry... I'll catch you later for that pastry, yeah? I think one of them likes the other. I can't tell who is into who. Dave walks away whistling, his footsteps gradually going quiet in the alley. Bingus, I am so sorry about Fred. I know he must have overslept today. That's on me. You notice her hands are balled into fists, one so tight that even the stone starts to buckle. I just wanted your first day to be easy, but... oh well. Let's get you behind the counter, shall we? There won't be time to take you through all the machines, so let's just fill the drip maker. I keep the house roast down here. She effortlessly pulls open a burlap sack of beans, scooping them into the grinder, as you pulverize them, the aroma of coffee fills your lungs like a cloud of bitter smoke. I love that smell. The smell of coffee is enough to wake me up in the mornings, chat, honestly. Like, just the smell of coffee beans, that's enough. Today's been all over the shop, hasn't it? We should get a wee moment to breathe now. Only one customer comes in this early, and they don't do Mondays. I'll introduce you tomorrow. Sloan smiles, the stone wrinkling around her eyes, and it dawns on you, this is beginning to feel like a real job. As you finish that thought, the front door swings wide open and your first customer skips inside. Her! I've seen her in, like, the thumbnail art that I was looking at for this game. You spot at least 4 shades of pink in their outfit. Pink fingernails, pink sun hat, pink lipstick, pink backpack. That dress must be bespoke too. Pricey. As they draw close though, you spot pointed fangs in their cheery smile and deep red eyes behind their tinted glasses. It's a vampire. Good morning, Sloane. Oh, I spoke too soon. Morning. Before you order, this is Bingus, our new barista. Ah, so you're finally upscaling. You know, I saw some prime real estate going for cheap in Moonbow. If expansion's on your mind. Slow down. We're not taking over the industry just yet. The vampire looks as if they have more to say, words bubbling just beneath the surface, but settles on a pout. Bingus, this is... I'm Jessie, with an IE. Jessie's eyes swivel to you with abundant curiosity. You're not in uniform. Is this your trial period? Should I be giving feedback on your drinks? All criticism will be constructive, I promise. Oh, no, it's nothing like that. Just a supply chain issue. What'll it be this time, Jessie? Hot chocolate, please. Yo, why is she shaking like that? Girlie going feral for her drink, bro. Hot chocolate, please. And I'll have it with whipped cream, nutmeg, caramel, marshmallows. Oh, wait, will that fit? Marshmallows, then whipped cream, then caramel, and the rest. Oh, but what if I got cookies too? Oh, that's why. Give me one of everything, and 2 chocolate chip cookies, please. I love her expressions. She's so fun. I like this. Sloane's already off to the side, rifling through her arsenal of ingredients. Meanwhile, Jessie brandishes, oh my god, brandishes a pink, bat-styled mug from their backpack, placing it on the counter as their eyes flick back to you. Even if Sloane and Fred aren't aiming for world domination yet, you're still on the front line of their expansion plans. They're investing a lot of trust in you. So tell me, do you feel like a good investment? How far are you willing to go to succeed? Well, I mean, this is the truth, because I'm here to steal the recipe, so let's say I'll do anything. The vampire peers deep into your eyes, then nods, as if confirming a suspicion they had. Good. So, Jessie, what brings you here on this lovely Monday morning? Are you trying out a new schedule? Oh, no, much more exciting than that. I've got a meeting with the board after this, so I came here to prepare. It'll go much smoother with something sweet. Ah, for your infamous internship? How is your family treating you then? About as well as usual. Trust me, I'd much rather be here than to help the familiar. But then, Fred, just like everyone else, sees my last name is Hendricks and thinks I'm some sorcerous corporate spy, out to suck the proverbial blood from his business. Of course, the Hendrickses. Rich, powerful, and most troublingly for you, magically talented. Ow, rude. Jessie looks at you, anticipating your judgment with a flat smile. Oh, Fred did say he was looking for a consultant. He called your father crashing out on a failed business inspirational. Well, you're far too fashionable to be a spy. Let's do this. Odd. He didn't strike me as someone who'd appreciate those practices, adopting a CEO mindset, I suppose. Try not to let your family get you down, Jessie. You'll get your chance to prove yourself someday. Well, if all goes according to plan, that chance should come today. Fingers crossed. Sloane passes Jessie's now full mug across the counter. By some miracle of physics, it hasn't spilt over yet. Maybe this was a bit ambitious, but if I use a cookie to scoop up the cream and let the marshmallows melt, I can finish it in 30 minutes? Ah, thank you, Sloane, and Bingus. Jessie swipes her card, then their mug, making a beeline for the booth seat before the payment even goes through. They assemble their workstation in mere seconds, a sheaf of papers, a stack of textbooks, and a predictably pink laptop. The mug stands vigilantly at a safe distance. Jessie was a surprise, but at least they're a nice one. I'm just grateful they didn't come in at the same time as... Ooh! Rocher, my son, I know you have a type. I know you have a type. What do you think, my son? Before she can finish, the front door swings open and a siren rolls into the room. She's wearing a sleeveless orange turtleneck, a magnolia-covered jacket that's relaxing on her shoulders, and a perfectly photogenic smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. Oh! I caught that so goddamn quick. I caught that kiss so goddamn quick. Oh my goodness. Hello, the familiar. It's a perfect day for my long overdue review, don't you think? You'll have to forgive me. I came straight here from my morning swim. I must look a mess. She runs one hand through a river of glossy pale hair, parted by an immaculate side cut, and raises a smartphone with the other, flourishing it like a paper fan. Oh my god, she's so cute! She's so cute, chat! Chat would. Chat would! Don't worry, Bingus. I'll handle this. Oh dear. Oh, do you think maybe they're exes? Whether it's ex-partners or like ex-business partners or ex-friends or whatever, like, do you think they might be exes? Jessie shrinks back, arranging their books to a makeshift wall. It seems to work. The siren glides over towards the counter, not noticing them at all. Now, Sloane, I know you very well, of course, but for the benefit of both me and my adoring fans, who is this? Oh, I didn't think you'd be coming. This is... But the siren's already staring at your name tag, trying to preempt Sloane's reaction. Oh! So that's how you spell Bingus, entage. I'm Alexandra... Agyros? No, it's Agyros. It's gotta be Agyros. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You don't happen to have a grimoire account, do you, Bingus? I'd love to give you proper credit on my post. How about a drink first, before anything goes onto the internet page of yours? Quite right, Sloane. I'm getting ahead of myself. Could I have... She clears her throat and straightens her back. A blue sea salt caramel frappe with soy milk and non-dairy whipped cream on top. Plus, a little of that raspberry chocolate powder would be lovely. Thank you so much! Ooh, actually this kind of sounds like an order I would drink. The only thing is I would probably replace the soy milk with oat milk, because I'm not a huge fan of soy milk. I should have everything. Let me check the back first. Bingus, could you grab a plastic cup for that? Lids are at the bottom left cupboard. Wait, do you have any
My
of those
instinct is to
cookies?
push the siren down and go at her so here the floor breaks.
I knew you had a type, my boy. I knew it. In the silence, Alexandra's smile slides off her face. She sighs sharply through her nose. Are you alright? I know this whole song and dance can be quite overwhelming if you aren't prepared. But then, you don't know who I am anyway, do you? I've never heard of you. Sorry. Oh, look at her smile. Oh, look at her smile. Ah, that would make sense. Thanks for getting it out of the way.
But the wife gets first dibs.
Oh, of course. Of course. Your wife would be all over this woman. Bet. I know you and your wife. I hope it made a good first impression, for whatever that's worth. Sloane returns, hands full of yet more ingredients. You hand her a cup and she starts filling it dubiously with blue syrup. Should I expect your fans to start ordering these frappes in the hundreds? I'm not sure they're on theme anymore. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The drink's just to showcase how skilled you are at your craft. It's aesthetic. That's what the audience really wants. Alexandra plucks the card reader from the counter with a sly smile, passes her phone across it, and hands it back with a wink. There's a 30% tip attached. Aw, cute! We love a woman who tips her cafe. You'd know better than me about this social media stuff. Sloan, Bingus, trust me, you've got a wonderful, cozy place here. What's not to love? Those donuts, those menus. Alexandra turns around to gesture to the cafe, and her eyes finally land on Jessie. Her voice freezes in her throat. Jess? Oh, goodness. Oh no. Jessie. Hey, Alex! Didn't know you were coming today! It was on my page. I should have dropped you a message. Sorry. Oh, baby girl. The expressions are so good. Sloan puts the finished frappe to one side, pushing past you to tend to the transformed Jessie. Alexandra squeaks a little closer to you. I'm sorry, Bingus. Drama's the last thing I'd want to bring into this establishment. Or to Jessie. She plucks a frappe from the counter. You're not sure how anything that color could taste any better than tolerable. I know when I'm not wanted. I'll just snap a few photos and then be on my merry way. The lighting's not ideal, but I can fix it in post. Feel free to dim the lights. The switch is right there. Jessie really didn't know you were coming, but they seem so organized. I don't know what's going on between you two, but I'm sorry. I like that one. Thank you. I'll spare you the messy details, but needless to say, it didn't end well. Not that there was much of an ending to speak of, really. Ooh, I think Alexandra ghosted Jessie. With a final smile, Alexandra takes her drink to the cafe's centermost table, posing it like an art exhibit. Jessie, still a bat, keeps staring at her, but she doesn't look back. With an exhausted puff of smoke, Jessie returns to their original form and slumps into their seat, eyes wandering to the crescent moon bracelet on their wrist. Sloan returns after confirming they're okay. Oh my god, I can't read. Sorry, I didn't think... Yeah. Both of them at once can be a wee bit complicated. They used to... She's cut off by the sound of a motorbike revving down outside, heralding the arrival of your third customer. Okay, yeah, so they're exes. Oh, hello! Nice wig. Also, the music is completely gone now, I just noticed. This person is a first, even for you. Someone whose body lacks everything but a skeleton. You don't know any kind of magic that can make that work. Skinless, fleshless, sigilless. Although he does have hair, which you're pretty sure isn't a type of bone. A stiff, dark brown pompadour that prompts up a pair of sunglasses. Grudge? Grudge, hey! How's it going? I feel like I've barely seen you since ArtCon. Oh. Oh dear. Poor Jessie can't catch a fucking break, dude. He reaches the counter, undeterred. You're waiting for Sloan to address him like the others, but she's just staring, locked in place. Oh. Oh, okay. So you're the new barista. Good job making it this far. Makes you one of the best, don't it? Ain't just the coffee you brew, it's your resolve. Okay, this guy's weird. Can I... Can we take your order? Yeah, resolve. Well, let me tell ya, I know your type. I know you're up to nothing. I know you're up to something. I can feel it in my... I can feel it. Sloan, I would like to order. Thank you kindly. What is up with this guy? What is this guy's accent supposed to be? Oh, oh. Let's put your barista to the test. I'll have a coffee. Black coffee. Okay. I mean, black coffee is probably one of the easiest ones to make. The only thing you gotta make sure that you don't fuck up the order between like the water and the actual coffee. You gotta put the coffee on top. From the pot. doesn't have to be... Yeah. I think we might, Sloane's eyes bounce between his skull and the coffee pot on the counter. Bingus, why don't you handle this one? It'll be good. For training. Seems like she isn't gonna budge. You grab a cup and start pouring. Wait, what's his name? Bingus? Oh good, they are mixing up the pronouns. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I got it. Bingus! So that's the name of my nemesis. Oh, what? Huh? Dude, who are you? I'm Grudge. Grudge Knuckles. And you best remember it. Oh, fuck you, Grudge Knuckles. I already hate you. Even if Frederick gave you this job instead of me. Oh, that's why he wanted to work at the cafe. Okay. There's bound to be cracks in your meticulous facade. Your coffee-making halts at this revelation. He had a whole rant prepared just because you got this job? With an application like that? You caught me, this is all a ruse. You're making it obvious why they didn't pick you. Let's start a fight. I don't like him. Ah, hitting me right in my non-existent heart. You're gonna make a fine nemesis, that's for sure. As much as it pains me. Physically. You present the now full cup to Grudge. He daintily drops in a sugar cube, then stirs the coffee with a bone-like spoon, which he apparently just has, loose, in one of his pockets. Job market rough. Yeah, job market is rough, let's be fair. Heh, nice try, Bingus, but I know coffee when I see it, and there's no way this... He puts it to his jawbone and takes a delicate sip. The liquid seems to vanish as soon as it enters his mouth. Oh, so he is an organism. It's... Damn it, it's just like usual. How'd she get it right so quick? It's so bitter, yet so energizing. Fine, I'll hand it to ya. Looks like you're real lucky. That's a decent cup of coffee. But beware, I'm watching ya. He takes the cup and spins dramatically away from the counter. It's then that he finally spots Jessie. Jessie! Grudge! They immediately hug. Oh, okay. So he just ignores her sometimes and she's cool with it. Alright, I see. It's so good to see ya! Why didn't you pipe up earlier? I was waiting for you to finish. It sounded like you had a lot to get off your chest. Ah, yeah, you heard that. Sorry, it was just a personal... Nah, doesn't matter. How's your job going? I could tell you, but I've not got long. Are you sure you don't want something with your coffee? Sloane's made some great cookies today, and I'd happened to buy... Oh, no. I shouldn't give my nemesis the satisfaction. Not after walking away all conclusively like I just did. Grudge, you haven't even paid yet. I admire your candor. Candor, I think is how you say it. But, are you sure Bingus is your nemesis and not Fred? Ah, Fred's a real villain, that's true. But a nemesis? That's different. It's gotta be personal. She's just there on her phone. But you don't know who Bingus is yet. Maybe start with a rivalry as practice? A rival, eh? Having a lovely time at... No, I used lovely last time. They'll think it's just insincere. What if I... Oh, I almost forgot. Alex, how you doing? All good over there? Oh, Grudgy! I didn't see you coming. How have you been? Well, it's funny you're here, actually. There was something I wanted to... I'll just talk to you later. You too, Jess, if you're busy. Sorry, I should pay for this. Grudge sheepishly returns to the counter, hands fishing through his jacket pockets for some loose coins. Well, I'm back. Got too caught in the whole confrontation to give you money, even if most of it's going straight to Fred's pocket. Ugh. But I'll say this, I'm practically a coffee detective, and I'm detecting something odd about ya, so as long as I come here, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what. You think I'm suspicious? Wait till you see what Fred's up to. Is it just me or is Alexandria trying to ignore you? Then catch me. I kind of want to know why Alexandria is ignoring him. Ignore me? Why would she... Nah, she's just sowing seeds of doubt in me, Bingus. She's busy, that's all. Without another word, he perches on a stool by one of the cafe's front windows. Over his shoulder, Alexandra and Jessie swap looks of confused concern. Oh. I'm guessing he's been unemployed for a while. Good job, Bingus. Now would be a good moment to put his purchase into the register. As she's halfway through showing you how to work the cash register, you turn and see Fred jump up on the counter next to you. How's it going out here? No need to panic, this isn't a performance review. Just checking if things are... He surveys the regulars in the cafe with no small amount of scorn. Sloane, why don't you come with me for a moment? I've been meaning to have a chat. But we still need to... She looks forlornly at the pile of coins Grudge left. Even at a glance, you can tell it covers the price of the drink and then some. This might be your last chance to sow suspicions before you execute your plan. Better choose wisely. Oh, really? Not that I've seen. I mean, I don't know him as well as the other two, but the way he talked... Well, it'd be surprising to hear from anyone. As silence returns to the room, so too does your opportunity, but you can't help but overhear Fred and Sloane's hushed conversation in the kitchen. I'm just saying, if our best regulars keep bringing their drama in here, no one else is gonna want to stay. With a sigh, Sloane leans against the kitchen island, the full weight of this morning's events seeming to suddenly sit on her shoulders. They're good, reliable customers. And I'm sure things have been tricky, but we've got Bingus now. With a little hard work, we can turn this around. Besides, aren't there enough names on your board of bands already? Let's not add any more while we're going through a rough patch. She side-eyes a corkboard near the walk-in fridge. There must be at least 24 names on there, marked with reason of ban in vindictive felt tip. Okay, so he's been banning a bunch of people. I know. You're right. It's just, we don't exactly have a recipe for success here, do we? I did want to talk about our recipe, actually. You know, since we've got a new hire and... Can we just deal with one thing at a time? First priority is cutting down costs. Now, I noticed that the price of algae extract for that blue drink got hiked up, and I figured... Wait, no. Shouldn't leave Bingus on their own for too long. Not the warmest welcome, is it? I'll go. What are you doing now? Fred? A sudden knock on the back door stopped her from following after Fred. Ah, Dave's back. Let's deal with that first. One thing at a time. Despite promising to supervise you, Fred ignores you as he slinks past the counter and jumps onto a nearby table, muttering to himself. Now, regulars. This is gonna be a long climb from here to anything stable. While Fred's presence draws little attention, you start rifling through your bag, making sure you can take any opportunity to launch the heist. At Fred's arrival, Jessie looks up from their work and shoots Grudge a quizzical look. Grudge moves over to them, mind clearly just as boggled. What's he doing out here? Looks like he's just contemplating. What's he even got to contemplate? I don't know. In the background, Alexandra tries her best to get a clear shot of her drink, but Fred is perched in the way. Freddy, darling, would you mind scooching over a little to the right, would you? Since you didn't consent to any photos, I'd like to respect that. Alexandra, I've got bigger things to worry about than photographs right now. Could you leave me in peace for just a moment? And don't call me Freddy ever again. Bigger things? What bigger things, Fred? We're all you got. Maybe start acting like it. Grudge, maybe don't... Not another fight. It's then that Sloane joins you in the main room, dusting her hands clean from Dave's latest packages. Finally. Fred, you doing alright? Sloane stands, Sloane stands still at the sight of Grudge and Fred's stare down. She gazes into his hollow sockets. Let's not fight today. We can be reasonable, can't we? No. That's me and my partner. So we can be reasonable today, right? No. We've got a new hire today, and if this is the impression we're giving him, we'll be doing him a disservice. Now, if you excuse me, I've got a new hire to attend to, without any more interruptions. As Fred starts to turn around, you scramble for your bag, knowing you have mere milliseconds to execute your plan. A thought suddenly strikes you. You didn't try to make anyone act suspiciously. Right now, that could cause you everything. Well, yeah, but that's because I was trying to get to know people, and the game didn't want to give me time to get to know people. But you can't delay your plan any further. You've spent too long without this, too long waiting, and you're not going to get any better chance than right now. You reach into your bag, and in an instant, all the light and sound is sucked from the room. The sound of panic are quickly quelled by a magic now pulsing from your cozy sleep-tight blackout blanket. What the fuck? Even in the silent darkness, you won't have long before everyone gets a sense of their surroundings, but you've been over this plan too many times to fail now. Step 1, take 3 steps into the kitchen, then 6 to the right. You paw over the door handle and slip into the office, thankful that there wasn't an apron to stop you. Step 2, 1, 2, 3 steps, and you feel the cool surface of the safe against your fingers. Step 3, you reach into your bag and give your can of Curse Be Gone a Curse Be Gone, fuck. A few sprays on the safe and the wards are already flaking off. But there's something else. A sound cutting through the silence, crackling like lightning. Fred's casting a counterspell. You don't have long. Step 4, spin the wheel and heave the safe door open. Feel around inside until you've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. Didn't make it easy for yourself either. Your shaking, outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe before stuffing it into a tiny pocket dimension of your teleport lunchbox. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in the cafe. If anyone, you should try and pin this on. You exhale, but the sound is too clear. Fred's counterspell is taking hold. Even if you pull all your weight on the safe door, you wouldn't have time to close it properly. The best you can do is return as quickly and quietly as you can. As you take careful steps back to the counter, you try your best to control your breathing and not let exhilaration show. It's been so long. But as you take careful steps back to the counter and the darkness finally dissipates, you know that you're not safe yet. You've got to find an exit in the ensuing chaos, without arousing suspicion somehow. Whoa, he was quick. As the silent darkness lifts from the cafe, the first thing you see is Fred bounding into the kitchen, crashing through a cat flap into the office. Bingus, is everything okay in here? No one's hurt? What was that exactly? Blackouts don't usually come with spontaneous hearing loss. It is possible that the light and sound enhancements, these glitches, can happen, but it's rare that they're as dramatic as that. Jesse, we don't have any enchantments, sorry, not enhancements. We don't have any enchantments like that. This wasn't planned. Huh? The plot thickens. Wait, where did Fred go? Before anyone can move, Fred rushes back into the room. Nobody leaves! His eyes crackle gold and chains of light fly across the cafe. The front door, the windows, the back door, no exits are spared. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Understand? And if you aren't gonna turn yourself in, I'll just root you out myself. What? I'm sorry, but whatever just happened is your business. I'm not missing my meeting. I'm sure you have a plan, Frederick, but is it really necessary to, trap us inside your lovely cafe? If you just wanted us to stay, you didn't have to do that. And what are we accusing us of exactly? Sitting perfectly still while your lights went weird? Fred, what's going on? While the lights were out, someone went into my office and somehow opened the safe, which means one of the people in this room has stolen our secret recipe. It's as if the whole room flinches. Suddenly, everyone's looking at everyone else, wide-eyed, searching their faces for the slightest trace of an answer. Jessie seems to be evaluating everyone in turn, but their piercing red eyes burrow into Fred for the longest. Grudge, whose eyed you so suspiciously before, briefly turns his attention to Alexandra. Sloane looks Grudge over with a furrowed brow, although she seems less suspicious and more just sad. Most importantly, however, no one seems to regard you for very long. But that means, no, this is fine, we can deal with it, it's alright. As unfortunate as this is, I do have a meeting to attend, and I'd rather not get caught up in this. Ha! Good luck getting past my magic. I might only be a familiar, but I promise, if you try and leave, you'll regret it. Jessie's eyes flicker across Fred's barrier, prying for any weaknesses in the spellcraft. Frederick, please. I understand that you're stressed, but it'll be easier to figure this out if we aren't locked in the room, won't it? Yeah, and how do you know it was just one thief? What, oh my god. I think it's supposed to say what if. What if it's a conspiracy of all of us finally getting our revenge? Fucking, this guy is an idiot, dude. We don't have to act like vigilantes. Let's just call the police and... Enough! Enough! This place is sealed and nobody leaves until we find our thief. Thief! Singular, Grudge, because if it was any more, you might have actually succeeded. As for the ACPD, Sloane, fine. I'll call them. I'm betting they'll take their sweet taxpayer-funded time getting here, then this is labeled unsolvable. But I'm not risking anyone making a break for it in the meantime, so we're gonna sit here like adults and get our facts straight. Understand? Now, did anyone notice anybody acting strange? Anything suspicious at all? Might get this over with faster if you fess up now. The room exchanges uncomfortable glances. No one says anything, the suspicions you planted not being concrete enough to mention just yet. Well, yeah, because I didn't really focus on cementing suspicion, I just wanted to get to know people. Well, that's great. Well, great start, everybody. At this rate, we'll have our recipe back within the next 1,000 years. Ugh, there's no use trusting anyone here, is there? I know how these stories go. You've all got some kind of motive. Jessie, the heir to a powerful family with something to prove. There's always one. I am not the heir to anything. I'm the youngest of 5. Alexandra, our femme fatale, although she hasn't killed anyone. Probably. If it weren't for you, I'd take that- If it weren't from you, I'd take that as a compliment. Grudge, the obvious suspect. Too obvious, even. But I'm not ruling anything out yet. So what? That makes you a hero detective? You don't even have a plucky sidekick. Or a hat. Sloane? The one you'd least expect? Oh, that's good. I think. But, Fred, you can't really be saying that I... Which brings us to our final suspect. Bingus. Your breath can't help but flutter as everyone suddenly turns on you. The red herring. I mean, it obviously wasn't you. You're a human. You've got no magic. You worked hard to get this job. You're in the clear. So that's why she's gonna find out who really did this. And everyone's gonna be polite and answer her questions. What? That is so funny. Fred, you know me. You don't seriously think I could have done this, do you? This is... Can we all stop shouting for a moment, please? Please? This is a waste of everyone's time. As soon as I can, I'm leaving. Don't try and stop me. I'm with you there, Jess. Though I wouldn't mind knowing who really did it. Fred, I know you're panicking right now, but we shouldn't do anything rash. These are our customers, and it's Bingus's first day. Why would we... Her rising voice is broken by a ringtone. She stops with a flinch, putting the call on speaker. Hi, Dave. Hey, Sloan. Got my very last packages out back, but there's these gold chains on the door. I think it's stuck. Are you okay in there? Yeah, I'm fine. We're just dealing with a burglary. I'll give you the details in a second. At the door. Oh, one of those days, huh? Is Bingus alright at least? Good question. Fred's just asked them to interrogate us. Look, I know it's unorthodox, but we all need that recipe. This is the best option for the cafe. For the cafe? I always knew you hated your customers, but this confirms it. No grudge, just you. Can we please not fight already? I'm not gonna solve whatever this is by shouting. Yeah, it's getting a bit loud over the speaker. Bingus, what do you actually want to do? Oh dear. If I'm getting paid either way, I might as well. Let's calm down, we're on the same side. I don't know, this is a pretty bad first day. Oh my god. Let's calm down, Okay, so that only impressed Alexandra and Grudge. Are we? I'm not sticking around to watch this petty theft get solved. Petty? Yeah, like hell we're on the same side. Everyone's a suspect. Even so, I agree, we shouldn't start with antagonism. I'm sure we can sort everything out with a little decorum. And hey, if we are on the same side, I can help Bingus solve the case. Look, are we doing this or not, Bingus? No matter how strange Fred's idea might be, it could put you in a better position until you make your getaway. Time to lean on the scapegoat part of your plan. As Fred starts bounding into the kitchen, you shrug and go along with him. Sloane finishes her call with Dave before following with the heavy footsteps. Silence takes space you leave behind. Do you want to talk about any of that? Just relax for a minute, Sloane. I'm gonna check for clues in my office. Bingus, join me in a minute. Clues? I didn't hire a detective, but here we are. If there's anything I can do to help, please just ask. Oh, me too. Not sure there's much I can offer besides moral support, but you know, thought I'd say. Can't leave till the delivery is done is all. Thanks, Dave. I think we could use the support while this gets sorted. Well, it'll get awkward if I'm just looking in, won't it? I'll leave you be then. Anything you need, just shout into the alley. Best not keep Fred waiting. Maybe you'll be able to reason with him, calm him down a bit. I think he could use that right now. Outgoing call, asshole! Who the fuck are we calling? You oblige her and enter the office, finding Fred in the middle of a phone call. Yeah, theft. Lock down the whole building. Makes your job a whole lot easier, doesn't it? Oh, he's on the phone with like the police department, I think. Because he doesn't like the police department, I remember that much. A locked room scenario is a little intriguing, I suppose. The person on the phone, you know that voice. Thin and sharp as wire, digging into you just as deep. But where? But, if it isn't urgent... That's not what I said, N. You're not exactly getting picked off one by one. I'll be happy to be there at the earliest convenience. Our department is very busy otherwise. You'll solve it by yourself. Really. Also, like, Fred, charge your fucking phone, dude. You shouldn't you shouldn't expect miracles. We're all just mortal, you know. Oh, excuse me. Mostly mortal. A self-satisfied laugh crackles through the receiver. It bounces off the back of your skull, ringing like tinnitus. If you show your face in my business, I'll see you later, familiar. Bah, why did I expect anything else after dialing all those tiny keys? Ah, Bingus, here already. As you probably heard, the ACPD is taking its sweet time. Big surprise. But we don't need them. We'll do the real work. Plan is, you find our prime suspect before the ponies get here and mess everything up. You can do that, right? It's 1 in 4. Logical deduction. Fred sneaks a not-so-subtle glance at your CV across the desk. Should be easy for a, self-motivated artisan like yourself. No! This is where you put Grandmaster Puzzle Solver. Should be easy for a Grandmaster Puzzle Solver, because that is what I am. I am a Grandmaster Puzzle Solver, and this is a mighty fine puzzle, and I am on it, okay? Sit down, Fred, I got this. Right. Let's put those soft skills of yours to use. Imagine I'm one of the suspects. What would you ask me? Do you have the recipe? Didn't you just confess? If you admit it now, I promise I won't be mad. Yeah, I tried that already. Didn't work. Good instincts, but we're gonna need more than 2. He stops to breathe out. He starts to breathe out as much tension as he can manage. What we need is evidence. Eyewitness accounts. Motives. That sort of thing. Stuff like, what were you doing when the lights went out? Or, how do you feel about the familiar? Or, what is your relationship with Fred? You know. Well, if that's what he wants while you're trapped here, that's exactly what he'll get. Actually, take this spare notepad. Write down anything suspicious you come across. I want no stone left unturned. Cool, I got notebooks. If you find us the prime suspect with a convincing case, I mean, something thoroughly investigated, we can put things back to normal. Things are gonna get complicated once he shows up too, so I'd appreciate having someone on my side when that happens. I think that leaves us with gods until closing time at least, before the police can finally make it to the scene. Ooh, we're on countdown now. Okay. Now let's find you a base of operations. I'd offer you my office, of course, but I need to conduct my own investigation here. Where to put you? Fred hops off the desk reluctantly, dragging his phone along inside his clenched maw. Bathrooms, cold storage, not great for health and safety. Oh wait, what about the counter? You'd be there anyway, and it gives you a great view of... Fred's gaze catches the open sign still lit in the cafe window. He sighs and bounds across the room to correct this message. As he does, you notice his phone, left forgotten, on the countertop for a few crucial moments. I'll take the phone. You take the phone and stow it under the counter out of sight. Now you'll use it. How you'll use it, you're not sure, but an opportunity will surely present itself. Posture casual and expression reserved, your boss doesn't seem to notice anything out of place as he returns to you. Sorry about that, Bingus. Don't want any prospective customers banging on locked doors. Instead, we've got a whole day of business lost thanks to this fiasco and... well, never mind. That should be everything you need for the investigation. Ask questions, find solid motives. Simple in theory. I know how this sounds. It's a dumb idea, but it's the best we've got right now. And if we don't do something, this place is going under. All our livelihoods are at stake here, so get out there and catch us a thief. Please. Having said his piece, Fred leaves you for his office, his phone's disappearance left unnoticed. Hunkered down behind the counter, you take a moment to reflect. Your plan went off without a hitch, until it didn't. The boss doesn't suspect you. At least not yet. And if a real detective from the ACPD is coming, no doubt they'll find out that you're the thief. That is, unless you have a convincing scapegoat. With evidence of a motive and others on your side, you might be able to clock off the end of the day without handcuffs. Until that happens, Fred's magic will keep you trapped here. So with that, your investigation begins. Not to find who did it, but to find the perfect person to blame. I think Grudge is a very easy, but as Fred said, it's too easy. It's too obvious. There is some motive here with Hendrix, because Hendrix is a really big, like, company thing in this universe. I don't think it would be easy to get Sloane to take the fall. I don't even know how David falls into this. And Alex is just kind of here. What were you doing when the lights went out? Route unavailable in demo, route unavailable in demo. Okay. You set your sights on Alexandra, ensconced in her corner and somehow wholly focused on taking selfies. It breaks my heart. No, too much. I'm terribly upset. Or, it saddens me to say, that's too detached. Ugh, surely there must be an easier way to sound sincere, yet appropriately distraught. Oh, Bingus, you want to talk to me? First? I know conversation with me is scintillating, but I would have thought other lines of inquiry would be more pressing. You know, as a public figure, it's very important for me to set a good example for my followers, so you can count on my full cooperation today. Not that I have much to offer, I'm just an influencer stuck trying to make content out of the world's worst escape room. And trying to make sure the internet doesn't frame me as the villain in the process. Nothing a few very carefully worded posts can't handle. Yeah, extremely carefully. Maybe you shouldn't be sharing any of this online. It sounds like hard work to win over that many people. Well, yes, the internet as a whole is a lot of people, but a curated following? If you're careful enough, you can retain their adoration through any storm. Chat, have I retained your adoration? Have I done that? Am I a good streamer? It's the separation, I think. The screen between you makes it easier than winning over someone you see at a 9 to 5, with the bonus of image filters. Are you worried too, Bingus? Being caught up in a crime might not look good for your digital footprint either. People can think whatever they like about me, I'm not bothered. I don't think I want to be anyone's villain either. I'm not like you, nobody spares a second glance at me. Let's do that one. Her mouth twists and her brows furrow, leaving her face contorted with an uncomfortable display of emotions. She meets your eyes with a purposeful intensity. I'm looking now, aren't I? At least 3 glances from me today, I'd say. You think she's trying to be comforting. Sorry, I feel like I got us off track from your investigation. Suddenly, the phone in her hand buzzes. The siren jolts in surprise, causing the table to wobble. As she scrambles to right her teetering blue drink, Alexandra is completely distracted. To right her teeter... I don't know what... okay. Ooh. I don't want to frame Alexandra. Who do I want to frame? I have to think about it, really. The vampire? I think the vampire is probably the best pick. I think Jessie is probably the best pick. You second guess the thought of planting the phone, leaving it heavy in your pocket. Sorry about that, Bingus. Where were we? Oh, right. I love Jessie too. I love all of them. Also, look at her face. The expressions in this game are so fun. You can ask me any question you like. Okay, so I've only got one question available because of the demo. Well, after having my pictures photobombed by an infuriating familiar and suddenly being swathed with magical darkness, I was in no mood for selfies. Not even the best phones have a torch that can cut through magic. A fact made all the more infuriating when I felt the damn thing vibrate with a notification and I couldn't even read the preview. So, I suppose I was biding my time until I could finally see my phone again. Worried about your safety, waiting on important news. Well, she's very, very buried in her phone and social media, so we'll do this. Most notifications feel important to me, but this one was especially, so yes. Now that I think about it, your boss got me so wrapped up in this nonsense I forgot to follow up on the ping. This is my favorite picture of her, by the way, hunched over her phone. Alexandra pulls up her phone, fingers moving whip quick. I can't do it. Whip quick. There we go. Across the keyboard, even with the anxiety that seems to weigh over her shoulders. Ugh, why is the page taking so long to load? Don't tell me it's some remnant magic messing with my data. Why am I paying so much for 6G if I can't even handle this? Okay, we wanted to frame the bat. We wanted to frame Jessie, so we're gonna do this. It's strange that Jessie hasn't tried to fix that, don't you think? Well, they've been preoccupied with trying to escape. But then again, couldn't they just message ahead or do a remote presentation? That kind of problem solving is usually their go-to. Oh, finally, I'm in. Oh my, Tony has a new bed! Her expression is often prone to tight smiles and withering stares, suddenly brightens into a smile tinged with relief and melancholy. Looks like it's finally time to bid farewell, old thing. Even with all the disaster around her, Alexandra's mind is still on auctioning off her Tony. But what is that exactly? A sale with some baggage might lead to some interesting dirt on this carefully curated siren. Okay, we got a bit of evidence, I suppose. I don't know what kind of evidence. Oh, we can ask her about Tony. I will ask her about Tony, but then we're gonna move on to the bat. Bingus, do you really think that's important to your investigation, or are you just bored? Or, let's be honest, just plain old nosy? Actually, don't answer that. Humor me and answer this instead. What do you think Tony is? Congratulations, altering! A pet you've grown up with? A Content Creator of the Year award? But why would she want to get rid of that? I'll say it because it's the good answer, but why would she want to get rid of that? It's not one of the accolades I usually introduce myself with, but I've won a few. Though I believe Tony in that context is reserved for musical theatre, and I've never been a good singer. Oh dear, it looks like you used up your only guess, Bingus. Maybe now we can talk about something else, Oh, she doesn't like that. I can ask again, but we're running out of time, so maybe we'll come back. Her hand already hovers over the phone, but she gives you a parting smile. I suppose I'd be happy to answer more questions later if you have any. Sometimes characters will talk to each other while you investigate. You can listen in on their conversations or wait for them to finish. Neither of them will cost you any time. Ooh, we're not doing too good with Jessie. These two are talking. Let's listen in on what they're doing. Sloane, please. I'm doing a sweep of my office. I don't have time for... You can look for your clues after we talk, Fred. Please. I just can't pretend everything is normal out there. Maybe it's not normal right now, but after Bingus has done some more investigating... That's what I'm talking about. Investigating. You just decided that on your own, out of nowhere. I didn't even get a say. I thought you were just caught up in the moment back there, but you're serious? Putting Bingus up to this on their first day? Maybe it would make more sense if it was me and him in an investigation where we shared the workload? Look, Sloane, I have to cover all my bases here. It's nothing personal. I know. I'm sorry. I was being a bother, wasn't I? Just ignore me. Sloane, I didn't... You know, I do have some inventory to do in the kitchen. I think keeping busy will do my head some good. Ugh, just put a little trust in the plan. We'll talk about this properly when it's all sorted, alright? I promise. Of course we will. Ooh, drama with the co-owners. Alright, let's interrogate. I just want to see what my relationship with her is like. We're really good. So let's start framing the bear. Oh, actually, all of her routes are unavailable. Hang on. You turn to Jessie, who stands face first in a thick tome and mumbling loudly under her breath. So, if I have enough energy stockpiled by half hour before, I should be able to fill the mana well to a capacity that could disrupt the spell core just enough. Oh! Bingus! I didn't notice you coming over. Sorry, I'm just figuring out how to... Well... I'm going to disrupt the spell keeping us inside. Then I'm leaving. Not right now, but I'm building up the energy to do it as soon as possible. Very impressive. Thank you. I'm pretty confident it'll be a success, but still, maybe don't stand too close. I just really need to get out there. I know I mentioned my meeting earlier, but it's a certified big deal. If I miss my chance to present to the board, I'll have passed up the opportunity of a lifetime. Their shoulders slump, whatever enthusiasm they had for their spellcasting ploy dissipating in the face of reality. This is so frustrating. I had today planned out to a T. Spent my whole week being anxious about it, and then the day rolls around and it's all just out of my hands. Already got a plan to get out, that's so fucking cool. Yeah. I like Jessie. Jessie's fun. Oh, now I'm left wondering if I did something wrong, if I should have planned better, if trying to treat myself to a hot chocolate this morning was the most colossal mistake of my life. The world will always get in the way, that's why I stopped trying. When you take your eyes off the prize, you risk losing it. Maybe agency is an illusion. Nah, take your eyes off the prize, you risk losing it. A little bit more cutthroat than I imagined, Bingus. That's not a complaint, by the way. But even a workaholic like me can't live on fumes of productivity alone, as much as the idea has got its own appeal. Honestly, I'm still frazzled by this whole scenario. The fact that someone in this building is a criminal, I don't know what to think. Oh, they're getting off the track. Sorry, we're getting off track, aren't we? I don't know where my mind's at with this whole crazy scenario. Their hands, which had been fidgeting with the papers in one of their tomes, fumble. The book cascades to the ground. They let out a surprised squeak and collapse to their knees to pick it up. You notice their backpack open and exposed. Alright, this is where we want to put the phone. Your heartbeat quickens as each millisecond passes, the stolen phone heavy in your damp palm. It falls from your grip into the orderly chaos of Jessie's backpack. When they place their book back on the table, they don't seem to notice anything amiss. Sorry, sometimes I just drop stuff. That sounds silly now that I've said it out loud. Let's just ignore the fact that I said it. I'm just gonna sip my hot chocolate, shore up some energy, and answer what questions I can while we're still here, okay? So, ask away. Alright. All I can ask her is, what is Tony? Okay. I can ask, what's a Tony? Well, it's a name, usually masculine, derived from Anthony. It's also an award for Broadway theatre productions. But I'm assuming through devious context clues that we're talking about Alex's Tony. In that case, he's a custom-built motorbike, complete with a sidecar that might still have glitter trapped in the seams. Okay. Would Alexandra need to be secretive about selling it? Secretive in a legal free market context? No. In an emotional one, well... She's really selling her bike, huh? Grudge spent so long on it, fitting the seat, spraying decals, blood, sweat, and bones, I guess, poured into it. He's gonna be really upset. Ugh, and of course she didn't even mention anything about it to us. Just put on a smile and kept a vice grip of her phone, because being open and honest is too difficult, apparently. Maybe she's not even being honest with herself. I know that bike meant something to her. There's more than just glitter in those seams. They're memories. Memories of a time before everything got so complicated between the three of us. Chad, do you reckon that there's a polycule? Do we reckon Jesse, Alex, and Grudge were all in a polycule, and like that's why everything is so fucked up between the three of them now? I guess actually talking to us would mean owning up to all the hurt that's happened since. It'd mean feeling it all at once. It's not an excuse, but I understand. No one wants to feel that kind of pain. The one thing we know for sure is that she'll be getting an influx of cash. But what for? She's one of the most sensible people I know. Budget planning, second only to mine. It's not color-coded. Did one of her pets get sick? Or maybe a pipe burst in her apartment? But it still doesn't make sense. The Alex I know has backup plans for her backup plans. Yeah, but you don't seem to know Alex very well. There's been like a lull period in your relationship, hasn't there? So Alex has cash on the table, and her desire for it is apparently unusual. Money woes could make for an excellent accusation with a little more reasoning. Oh no! Is the demo gonna force me to frame Alex? I need answers, not wild speculation. Oh no, she's suspicious of me now. But wouldn't speculation lead you to answers? I suppose we'll have to agree to disagree. Why would Alexandra need money? I think the game wants me to frame Alexandra. But I don't want to frame Alexandra. Yeah, let's ask why she would want money. I'm afraid I still only have speculation for you to go off of, Bingus. It's not healthcare or rent or anything her income should usually be able to cover, and it has something bigger than her savings can cushion the blow from. Maybe it's for something else then? But Alex she isn't really close to anyone these days. Even if you're not close, at least you understand her. You know, it would be nice to have both, but if only one is on offer, then I'll take it. Good luck with finding answers. Maybe you'll have more luck with someone who has less complicated past with her. Be sure to come chat again if you need anything. Alright, let's do... She got slight sus on me. No sus on me, no sus on me, no sus on me, and no sus on me. Damn, she's the only one. Alright, let's go over here. When you approach Grudge, his eye sockets, once unfocused and deep in thought, turn to you instead. So, you've decided it's time to face me, Bingus. Know your mind is warmed up for a proper conversation. I've been thinking about what your boss said, trying to narrow down who the suspect could be. Not that I have anything that could really use for an accusation or nothing, but you gotta start somewhere, right? Good ideas are like coffee. They need broth, they both need time to brew. You're overstepping, this is my investigation. Let's do that. Right, sure. You're the barista and the detective. No need to rub it in. Especially when I was only trying to help you out instead of just being quiet. You know, for all my big talk about being a nemesis on account of the barista thing, I don't think anything on my application would have qualified me for the detective part of the job. I don't think I've ever been qualified for anything. I thought everyone was faking it until they made it. If you keep your expectations low, you will never disappoint yourself. I don't think I've ever been qualified for anything. Ow! My cat just smacked me in the eye. Damn. I guess I got something to learn from you after all. If only I could get a sneak at your resume of inspiration, but how would I even go about stealing it? Look, I've got some personal experience with this kind of scenario. In the novel, in my experience, usually the detective's first instinct is something they should follow up on. Which is why I wish I had a first instinct to go off of, but my crime senses haven't exactly been tingling today. Let me just think. Is there anything else that springs to mind? Nah, I'm fresh out of insights on the case for now, Bingus. Alright, time for you to do your worst and hit me with some questions, detective. I've got 2 questions for you. How do you feel about, Fred? Grudge slowly grinds his jaw as if tasting your question. Don't do that. You're gonna hurt your wisdom teeth. Folk might call this place bare bones, but take it from me, nowhere does coffee like the Familiar, and that's the most important part. Every cup is brewed to perfection. Even the one I had today was great, and you're the new hire. Dark, moody, complex, just like our current predicament. Shame I didn't get your job. Been drinking the stuff for ages now. I could have proven I know how to replicate it. Just the latest in a long line of missed opportunities. You'll get another chance. You've proven to be a formidable opponent so far. No, I don't like him. Easy for the winner to say, ain't it? My coffee was bitter enough already without the aftertaste of failure. I wouldn't say I taste the coffee when I drink it. My chest starts pounding real hard. I breathe deeper. I feel like... and I feel more. That makes sense? Only the Familiar makes it like that as far as I know. Even your first cup had a pretty strong effect. A little weird, yeah, but I ain't complaining. Maybe Fred's enhanced it to be super addictive. I didn't make today's coffee, must be Sloane's magic touch. I did make the coffee though. I did make his coffee. Oh, but he would do that, wouldn't he? Although I'm pretty sure it's just me who gets those weird feelings, but he would. If I had to guess, the recipe's so magic that its power's been rubbing off on me one coffee at a time. With a few more cups, I'll be slinging lightning from my fingertips. No wonder Fred wants it back so bad. Hell, I do too. Otherwise the best coffee in Artifice might be nothing but a distant memory, and I'll be left decaffeinated husk. I ought to save the last drop of magic while I can then. I'll have to do without if this place goes under. What an odd thread in tapestry of this case. Our thief ain't just stealing coffee, but the magic that makes it shine. How utterly nefarious. Sounds like Grudge is the only customer affected by the coffee's magic, but if he gets some unique upside from it, you might be able to spin that into a motive. Ah, so I can collect evidence on everybody. So that's the first bit of evidence for... Oh wait, hang on. Okay, well we'll just talk to everybody. Go back. What kind of magic is in the Familiar's coffee? Grudge looks past you, gazing into the lens of an invisible camera. I ain't no wizard, but I know it's potent. Makes the coffee taste like a rainy evening in a smoky bar, or thumbing through the pages of a beat-up book. It's like... Look, I don't know, it just hits different, alright? If I knew how magic coffee worked, I would've told you before. Suppose Jess might know more about that. Wait, nah, they don't drink it. They get hot chocolate every time, just like I get my coffee. Not one for breaking a routine, not even when I've offered a sip of mine. Okay. Maybe they've avoided the coffee because of the magic? Jess ain't shy about justifying her preferences, so they tell me about that. Right? I mean, they've got to know something about it. Too smart not to. But then Jess can pull out a whole thesis on why they like what they do. Meanwhile, I'm here stumbling over my words. It shouldn't be this hard. Grudge stares into his cup, searching for any answers that might have sunk to the bottom. Sorry, don't got the right words for this. I think on it some more. You know, Bingus, at the start of this investigation, I was worried I'd be a little lonely, but with us sitting so far apart and all. But hey, I've had a couple of breaks from my thoughts here and there, thanks to a certain barista. Grudge's skull turns, glancing at the aforementioned fellow customers. Then his jaw twists into a grin. Actually, looks like Jess and Alex are having a chat too. Why don't we join in? Before you have a chance to respond, he's halfway across the cafe floor. Oh, this looks like... Oh, I think Jess is about to try and break the spell. You find Alexandra and Jessie gathered by the front door. I don't think I'm doing something stupid. Quite the opposite. I'm gonna break the barrier keeping us trapped in here. Hell yeah! Put that vampire magic to good use. Bust us out! Would you two stop saying such incriminating phrases? Please? You're right. Less talking, more casting. As soon as Jesse calls their magic forth, the air pressure fluctuates in an awkward rhythm, and the lights flicker overhead. Oh no. Oh dear, this is gonna get real bad. Heavy footsteps quickly puncture the bubble you four had formed as Sloane rushes from the kitchen. What's happening out here? Is everyone alright? Jesse, what are you doing? Before they can formulate a reply, a streak of black fur races past you. Your boss leaps onto the table, claws out, and a snarl on his maw. Oh god, he's so fat. Oh my god, fat, fat, fatty, fat, fat. Haha. And Dave's just look at Dave. My dude. I love Dave. He's just living his best life. He just wants to know what's going on. You know what I mean? Somebody explain what the hell is happening right now. Oh, for how many times do I have to explain this? I'm breaking the barrier enchantment that's leaving the cafe. Jesse, I understand you're feeling a little distressed right now, but that sounds dangerous. Let's just talk this out, please. Talk it out? They're already mid-spell. Casting on premise is a bannable offense. Fatty. Yeah, he is a fatty. How did this happen? He's a summoned creature. I don't know how it happened, okay? It's just happened. And keeping your customers trapped inside your cafe isn't a legal offense? Ah, then I'll see you in court right after I counterspell your petulant attempt to damage my property. Your boss starts casting a spell in retaliation, his anger quickly lost to pure focus. The room, caught between two casters, pulses between an eerie red and a yellow glow. Don't listen to him, Jess. Destroy those wards. Jesse. Jesse. I just want it to be known that I do not endorse the actions of my fellow customers in the slightest. I really think if we just calmed down and talked... Dave? Oh, look, Dave has caught notice. Oh, here he... At the front door, Dave peers sightlessly into the cafe, his face pressed against the glass. Hey guys, Dave here. What's going on in there? It's hard to see with all the glowing. Great. No need to worry. Dave is here. I think I've almost got it. I can see the spell core. Oh no, you don't. Fred's eyes pinch in concentration as he throws his all into combating Jesse's spell. Dave, you need to back away from the door. Oh no, Dave's gonna die. Dave's gonna die. What? Can't hear you guys over this humming sound. Then, everything goes silent. Oh no, Dave is dead. Dave is dead. Like a taut string severed, the barrier meets its untimely demise, unleashing the last of its magic through the very soul in the room. Oh dear. I love Fred's face and I love Jesse's face. They're the best. Well, shit. I actually did it! Slowly, then all at once, the white fades from your vision and the aftermath of the magical onslaught comes into view. Yeah, Dave is gone. Dave is dead. Everyone seems to stand deathly still, caught between awe and shock at the empty hum that resonates through the air. Everyone, that is, except Jessie. I did it! I did it! I did it! Though her breath is short and their movements are lethargic, Jessie's eyes are bright and hopeful. They stumble back to their table, reaching for their bag. You really did it, Jess. You really are so... unbelievable! This is... So much for your counterspell, Fred. That is it! You're going on the ban board, Miss Hendricks, and your skeleton friend, too. Everyone, calm down, please. A familiar, long-absent jingle rings through the room. The sound of a new customer entering your ranks. Oh, is Dave alive? It's Dave! Dave steps tentatively into the cafe, his precious box propped outside as he opens the door. Well, how about that? Looks like I can finally make my delivery. A shiver passes through you, skittering up your arms and landing uncomfortably on the tip of your tongue. Another surge of magic rushing back through to the barrier. Another surge of magic rushing back to the barrier it had just been excised from. The door starts to swing shut behind Dave. No! Jesse lunges across the cafe, their bag thrown hastily over their shoulder and desperation in their eyes. Their fingers reach out and graze the handle of the door as it finally closes, and the magic barrier they had worked so hard to dispel slams stubbornly back into place. Sorry, I should have held that for you. Let me just... Dave tugs on the door. It does not open. Oh, that's weird. It's not opening. Probably should have put my package down outside. I probably shouldn't have put my package down outside. Wait, you're not telling me we're trapped inside again? Ha! What was that about my counterspell? I'm still here. My meeting. I can't... Why don't we have a calm discussion about what just happened? We'll start with Jesse. Please talk us through why you did what you did, would you? I needed to leave. I have to get to my meeting with the board. Do you understand how many months in advance I had to book this in? Ha! Meeting. You mean you had to get a covert location to hand off my recipe? No! Sloan knows what I'm talking about. And Bingus too. They believed me earlier. They even encouraged me. Oh dear. Oh dear. What? I did encourage her, to be fair. I did. That is something that I did. Oops. The other occupants of the cafe regard you with renewed sense of suspicion. Fred, I do remember them mentioning it this morning. It's not that it justifies dangerous spellcraft. Come on, even if they didn't have a meeting, no one actually wants to be stuck in here. Why is it a crime to want to leave? I would if I could. That doesn't mean making a spectacle is the right way to go about any of this. Well, Bingus, what do you make of the situation? I want to get out of here too. If I had the choice, regardless of guilt, what Jesse did could have been dangerous. Their actions are undeniably suspicious. Okay. Sloan didn't like that. Okay. And would they listen when I told them that earlier? No. Escaping the scene of crime is textbook criminal. If anything, it's too predictable. Look, regardless of how you all feel about the context, you can't deny that this strike against young Hendrix hit air. I told you already, I'm the youngest of 5 siblings! Okay, everyone's looking at her now. Nice. Dave is just here. In spite of their differing opinions, you see the weight of uncertainty settle on everyone else in the cafe. Alright, while we're here, does anyone have anything suspicious they'd like to bring up? Fred's gaze makes his way to each individual of the room, but no one steps forward. Great. Good to know that we're all making an effort to clear up this mystery. Well, Bingus, do you have anything to add? Anyone here you think is the prime suspect? Okay. I mean, we can just immediately throw shade onto Jesse. Ha! Of course. After this spectacle, how could they not be? I understand how this looks, but I still ask you to give me a chance to prove my innocence. Ugh, I've had enough of this whole back and forth. I know what I think, and I know we have a criminal court before the damn cops enter the scene. You won't escape. The sharp, uncomfortable silence that lingers in the aftermath of Fred's declaration is cut through by wailing tones of a ringing phone. The boss's ears perk up. Ooh, this is when we find out that the phone is in Jesse's bag. I saw Jesse then. Oh, that's so funny. Wait a minute. Is that my phone? I haven't been able to find the damn thing all day. Where is it? An odd mixture of exhilaration and fear starts to pull in your stomach. Finally, a ploy is starting to go exactly how you planned, and hopefully, it'll end that way too. Wait a minute. It's coming from... Jesse bends down, rifling through the backpack they'd been about to flee with. The rise of with a familiar old phone in hand, brows drawn tight. Wait, this is Fred? How did it end up in my backpack? Ah, yes. How indeed, Jesse. Oh, look, everyone's looking at Jesse. Ugh, we'll deal with that later. Answer the call before he hangs up on me. A familiar, unsettling voice comes from the phone as Fred answers the call. Just another thing to set you on edge. Oh yes, it's asshole. You know, I was surprised you've been quiet all day. For a moment, I didn't think you'd pick up. Trust me, it wasn't by choice. But now that I have you, what's the status of the investigation? When are you gonna get here? Well, with the silence on your end, we figured it wasn't a very urgent matter and dropped it down the priority list. Got a unicorn incident on the motorway to deal with first. A unicorn? You can't just... Anyway, I gotta go. Jeff brought donuts for lunch. The call comes to an abrupt and unsatisfying end. Fred's expression is drawn, his posture tense. Alright, that's enough spectacle for this morning. Everyone, scatter! Fred, shouldn't we talk more about what happened? Huh, talk. I don't have time to hear any more weak arguments. I want evidence, and Bingus will deliver. If they want to keep their job, that is. Sloane opens her mouth as if ready to make one last argument, but the words fade along with any lingering determination. Oh, poor girlie. Looking out at the customers, you see that that sentiment echoed, a resignation etched into the lines of their faces. They know they're stuck here, and they know there's only one way out. You've resigned yourself too, but one way out isn't. But that one way out isn't such a bad thing. Maybe it's not too bad in here. This place is warm and full of life. Sometimes. Who says you can't enjoy the reprieve it offers before you make your getaway? What are you all still doing here? Scatter! As everyone despondent floats back to their perch of choice, you see Jesse throw a contemplative glance in your direction. The prime suspect. Perhaps I only have myself to blame for that. Make way back to the small reprieve, blah blah blah. See. Oh! This is locked. I wonder if that's something that I can do if I, instead of throwing suspicion on anyone, I just build my relationship up with people. That might be something I can do. But I also don't know if that's like a thing in the demo. Let's go with I will be free. I didn't work this hard to go through this much just to fail now. No matter what happens, you will find your scapegoat and reach what you want. You need to. No matter, your scapegoats are scattered again, a thick cord of tension tying them all together. If you pull on that strand, it might start to come apart. Just like you planned. Just like you wanted. Right? Ah, we don't actually lock anyone away! That's the end of the demo. Thank you for playing Spill the Beans. If you enjoyed this game, wishlist it on Steam or check out the Kickstarter. We will check out the Kickstarter, I'm curious.